Not sure if y'all can hear me. Right. I'm hoping everyone can hear me now because I'm using the built-in microphone from the PC because I was just been informed that there is no sound. I'm hoping there is sound this time. Yeah, hope there's sound right now. Okay. Checking 1, 2. Okay. Yes, the stream is continuing. Hopefully, people. Yeah, the stream is continuing. Hopefully, people. Okay, just want to type: is the sound working? Okay, just want to type: is the. I'm hoping the sound is working. Really bad if it's watching. Really bad if it's watching. Okay, let's take the link once again to the people. Really bad if it's watching. Come on. Let's take the link once again to the people. Okay. Right, so we have somebody watching right now. Looks like. Alright, so we have somebody watching right now. Looks like. Alright, somebody watching right now. Looks like. Okay. Hoping that. Right, so I'm assuming that people can hear me. I'm hoping that people can hear me right now. Can y'all hear me? I hope so. I'm getting feedback over here as to if how does it sound outside? Alright, so I'm thinking I'm good. Am I good? Is there a delay? I was told that there's a delayed echo. Is it still there? I hope not. Last thing I need is another echo. Alright, so remember, if you want to contribute to the conversation, if you want to join in the chat section, the live chat section is open right here. So do make sure you utilize that and just, if any points you want to add, you have any questions, you have any comments, do so right there. Of course, you have to log in with your own YouTube account if you want to, comment there. You can't comment if you're offline. So, all right. So we're gonna carry on right now with the live stream, and we were going through the Survivor Series match card, and I've just touched on the Raw versus SmackDown Live 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series elimination women's team match, and I did say right there that Asuka is the wild card for Team Raw because of the fact that. Alright, so I'm getting word that the sound is good. Asuka is the wild card for Team Raw because of the fact that she showed that she can actually strike anyone who thinks that they're going to tell her what to do, basically, or if she is provoked, she will definitely hit and strike anybody that she wishes to strike. She showed this with Dana Brooke. So I'm thinking that maybe that might be a factor when it comes to Monday Night Raw for their women's team because of the fact that Asuka is there and Asuka can actually strike anyone that she wishes. So Asuka, when it comes to the Raw team, she's the wild card. And who's going to be part of the SmackDown team? The more logical choice would be Natalya, because now she and Charlotte basically did this on their match. So now you have a case of who's going to be in the Raw team. Logically, you would put Natalya there, but now the two possibilities of Paige and Nikki Bella also stick out. So who's going to be chosen for that spot? And that's the thing. You have to consider the fact that the SmackDown team has not announced who's going to be the fifth member online or on WWE.com. And on WWE.com, it literally said tune into Survivor Series to find out who's going to be the fifth member of the women's team. So it literally is down to they're going to be bringing out that fifth member during the night, from what I'm assuming. I did go to WWE.com and I went to check it out, and it literally stands like that at the moment. So who is it going to be? It's between those three people, I'm assuming. It's between Natalia, who would be the more logical choice, between Paige, probably. That's what we've been hoping for the past number of weeks, but we don't know because she's being advertised as a free agent. So is she an actual free agent, or is she on the Raw roster like I've been saying for the longest time? We don't know. Or is it going to be Nikki Bella, who might just be jumping out and being surprised because she was injured for the longest time, hence why she's been off the roster for these number of months. So that's the women's match. That's the 5-on-5 women's match. Now, we also do have Cesaro and Sheamus, the bar, who, don't set the bar, you must be the bar. They don't set the bar, they are the bar, who are going to be facing the Usos. Now, this is a match between both brands' tag team champions. So now you have to wonder to yourself, what kind of a match can these guys bring? And I personally think that this, and I've been saying this, people will recall when I said that when the Shield, Ambrose and Rollins, were the ones who were put to face the bar, people will recall that I said, no, not face the bar, face the Usos, I mean. People will recall that I said that this match might be a show stealer. And the people said, no, it will be a show stealer. And I said, no, it still might. And then you took out the Shield and you added the bar. Then, now I say this match will be a show stealer simply because of the fact that you got these two teams who, when the Usos pointed out on SmackDown, they were the last two teams left in the 5-on-5 tag team elimination match, which was 10-on-10 in this instance. These guys can literally bring a great match because you have two highly physical teams, and you have the Usos who are also high-flying and entertaining. Then you have the bar, which are straight up in your face, just brutal, straight up in your face, brutal, and you can absolutely bet that when you have Cesaro and Sheamus, people don't necessarily expect Cesaro and Sheamus to be that kind of team that's just gonna, come up with that win against the Usos, but then you don't know because of the fact that you just look at them, you're like, it's not gonna happen. But it's Cesaro and Sheamus; these are two highly talented individuals. And you put them against the Usos, you have to wonder who. You don't know who's going to be winning this match. I can't make a prediction who's going to be winning it because even I don't know. And that's the beauty about it. No one knows who might be winning here. And that's why I'm saying that this match is going to be the match that steals the show. We've seen the Usos steal the show with the New Day for the past number of months. Now, I'm thinking that they're going to steal the show with the Bar as well. This is definitely the match to watch out for. This is definitely the match that's going to be surprising a lot of people in terms of how good it is. That's just my feel on it. So the tag team champions are going to be going at it. And who's going to be the winner? I don't know. I can't even guess who the winner might be. Okay, so the United States champion, Baron Corbin, will be facing The Miz, who is the Intercontinental champion. First of all, people, we have to realize that when it comes to The Miz, he will definitely get you interested in a match. You have to understand how good he is when The Miz starts speaking. He will get you interested in a match like no one's business. And he has got me interested in this match because of the fact that, number one, it's him. And number two, he's facing Baron Corbin, a man who's a total badass, a man who is a total in your face, I will punch you and I will knock your ass out. Okay? And Baron Corbin has shown The Miz that when it comes to talking, he can't fare up with The Miz. But we know Baron Corbin is highly physical. We know Baron Corbin is very much in your face and he is talented. Baron Corbin can end a match anytime with either Deep Six or the End of Days. Now, The Miz is definitely going to be accompanied by The Miztourage. You have to understand that. So I'm thinking that The Miztourage might just be a factor here. But at the same time, Baron Corbin has the capacity to take out both the Miztourage members, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. So it's an interesting dynamic when you think about it. Is it going to be a straight one-on-one match, or is it just going to be a 3-on-1 scenario where you have the U.S. champion double-teamed by the Intercontinental champion and his group, the Miztourage? So I'm thinking in this match, I'm Team Blue, as you probably might notice. I'm Team Blue, so I want Baron Corbin to win this match. But I'm looking forward to it because of the fact that the possibility of having a great interaction between the Miz Taraj and Baron Corbin as to what's going to happen. The possibility is there. So now we have to also understand that Baron Corbin also is not as experienced as the Miz. So the Miz has seen it, not all, but the Miz has seen a lot and has done a lot. So now we just need to see how he copes with regards to, does he have that relevant experience to take on someone like the Miz, referring to Baron Corbin, of course. So I go for Baron Corbin for the win, but given the fact that we have the Miz Taraj, we might just see the Miz take it. I don't know. What do you think? That's up. I mean, this is a this is an inner X situation. What do you think? Okay, so that is the Intercontinental Champion versus the United States Champion. Then we have the Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss taking on the SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. Charlotte, as we saw Wednesday morning, took the title from Alexa in what was a very special moment. But now, special moments aside, I wanted Natalya personally to be in this match with Alexa, but Natalya lost the championship. So now you ask yourself, can this match live up to expectations? And you know what? If you have Charlotte Flair there and you have an up-and-coming talent like Alexa Bliss, you have a recipe for possibilities that can give you a very entertaining match, in the sense that WWE sold it a goddess, a queen, a must-see match. So now you have Alexa Bliss, the goddess, and you have Charlotte Flair, the queen. So it's one thing to sell the match, but then do people believe that it's going to be a great match? And I think it just might be. It's one of those matches that I think you have to watch out for, and you have to just pay full attention to. Because of the fact that it is indeed Charlotte Flair, who was the only woman to hold the NXT Championship, the NXT Women's Championship, the Divas Championship, the SmackDown Women's Championship, as well as the Raw Women's Championship. She's the only one who has ever done that. The only other person who can do that is Paige. Because Paige has won the NXT Championship before, and she's won the Divas Championship. Paige is the only one who can do that now on the current roster. No one else can do it. So, it poses the question now. It poses the question, who's going to come out on top? Logic dictates for you to pick Charlotte Flair above Alexa Bliss. But logic also can tell you the fact that Alexa Bliss has been very successful when she's had a championship. So you have to wonder, when it comes to the dynamic between Bliss and Charlotte, you would favor Charlotte because she is, and she has been, and she still is genetically superior. So now, what can Alexa Bliss do against her? It's an interesting scenario, if you ask me. It's a very interesting scenario. A lot of people will call it straightforward, but I call it interesting in the sense that it has the capacity to surprise. That's all I'm going to say. Second last, the penultimate, the penultimate match of the night. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, The Shield, versus Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier Woods. The New Day. How big is this match? How big is the fact that you have two of the premier teams / factions in the WWE going against each other? The last time I heard in this is awesome chant when it comes to two factions going against each other was when The Shield came face to face with the Wyatt family. That was the last time. And I think there's a capacity for it to be happening again. the Shield dominated the WWE. The Shield dominated each and every single superstar that came in front of them. The New Day came out and became the #1 team and faction in the entire WWE. The New Day is multi-talented, multifaceted, and they've shown that you can never, ever turn your back on them because of the fact that you risk losing. The New Day many times have pulled out victories that not many people would have expected them to get. And that's the beauty about the New Day, because of the fact that, you don't know what's going to be happening. This match is big, I think, and it looks like it just might be, it would make sense to me if it is. It looks like it just might be one of the main events of the evening, because of the fact that it is the Shield and it is the New Day. Now, at the same time, okay, I'm getting a few texts on this side. Oh, okay. Okay, so one of my watchers just sent me the text and said that, but he can't comment on the chat because he doesn't have a Google account, he doesn't have a YouTube account, so hence why he can't even subscribe to the channel. It's all good, Loazi, I'll get you, my brother. As long as you're watching, appreciate that. Alright, so hey, you can send your questions through, you can send your comments through over here, you can text me directly over here if you want to send, besides commenting over here, you can send them over here. How about that? For all of you guys who can, send them over here on the chat. And also, if you want to send them to me on Twitter, if you have me on Twitter, send them to me on Twitter as well. We'll also be going through those. I haven't had any comments on Twitter as yet. I haven't had any comments on Facebook or anything. So if you want to DM your comments, you can do so. If you want to WhatsApp me your comments, you can do so perfectly fine. All right, cool. So, going back to the Shield and the New Day. The Shield and the New Day stands a chance to also steal the show because of the fact that it's literally those two teams. And those two teams have shown they've taken... Wow, I'm taken aback right now. Those two teams have shown that they can function as units. They can function as units far more fluidly than most. Now, if you have a team like the Shield who can change a match just like that, and you have a team like the New Day who are resilient above any other team that you have ever seen in your life, it gives you a recipe for a co-main event match. And the reason why I'm calling it a co-main event is because of the fact that you have the two main champions going against each other. And then you have the 5-on-5 men's team going against each other. This is the co-main event, the Shield and the New Day, simply because of who is in it. It's a money match. It's a money match. It's one of two money matches on this night. It's a money match. You would literally not be able to bet against any of these teams because you don't know who's going to be winning. Now, I'm Team Blue. I'm supporting SmackDown Live, so my allegiance is to the New Day. But I am not blind to the fact that the New Day is fighting with the Shield. You cannot be blind to that fact. You cannot forget that fact that the New Day is fighting with the Shield. But at the same time, you cannot be blind to the fact that the Shield haven't had a match together in a very long time. The first time they had a match together was this past Monday. The New Day, however, they've been together for how long now? They've had matches together for how long now? And who are the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions with 483 days? I'm talking about the New Day. So now you have a situation where the New Day stands to one-up the Shield. Yes, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, all of them, they've been world champions. Roman Reigns has been the United States champion. Ambrose has been the US champion and the Intercontinental champion. Seth Rollins has been also a tag team champion and also a US champion. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about a team here that is the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Championship team. A well-functioning machine, a well-oiled machine. So I'll conclude on the New Day versus The Shield on this note. This is a match that's going to steal the show as well, next to The Bar versus The Usos, because of the fact that it is The Shield and it's the New Day. We cannot discount the fact that when you have teams such as this, there's many possibilities of how that match should be put together. It definitely won't be a quick match, no. It's going to be a case where it's going to change. Momentum is going to swing, it's going to swing, it's going to swing. That's why I'm saying that this match is a co-main event match. And that's why I'm saying that this match is definitely a match that you should tune into and watch. So, now we get to another co-main event. But before we get to the co-main event, I just want to actually, can I do this? I just want to inform the people on Facebook that we are live. Nope. Nope. Don't need that. Alright. Facebook people, we are live. Just going to be sending that link now to Facebook as well, because I also want them to, watch with us over here. Okay, so I just copied the title, share the link on Facebook. Right. And also let's share with them what we are talking about. Right, so we're going to copy that. Just bear with me. Right. So we are live. Alright, cool. I just wanted to do that for the people and post that on Facebook and tell them that we are live. Okay. So, let's get to another co-main event. The Raw versus SmackDown Live 5-on-5 Traditional Survivor Series Men's Team Match. Kurt Angle, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, and what we found out on Tuesday morning on Raw, Triple H will be joining the Raw team. And they'll be facing Shane McMahon, Bobby Roode, Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, and as we found out last week, John Cena. I really can't say much on this match because it literally sells itself. You have Kurt Angle, who's shown that he can still go. You have Shane McMahon, who's proven from time and time again that he can be a factor in the match. You have Braun Strowman, who we saw on SmackDown Live that he is, as Corey Graves called him last year, the nuclear warhead for Monday Night Raw. And we saw on Tuesday morning on Raw how when he came out, things just changed. At the same time, you have Randy Orton, who's been a sole survivor more than once. He's been a sole survivor for the Survivor Series team more than once. If I'm not mistaken, Randy Orton has been a sole survivor, if not on 3, but on 4 occasions, including last year. Ne? Yeah, he was a sole survivor last, was he? Oh, no, man. Yes, he was a sole survivor last year as well. So, we have to understand the composition of teams that we have here. Bobby Roode. For those of you who have not seen him in NXT, Bobby Roode is good. He's an experienced veteran, and he's very good at what he does. We've seen Shinsuke Nakamura has the capacity to eliminate anyone and everyone that he chooses to eliminate. But we have Triple H and John Cena. Cena speaks for itself. Triple H speaks for itself. Finn Balor, underestimated by a lot. But a lot of people forget that Finn Balor is a former NXT champion, the longest reigning NXT champion at that. People want to forget about Samoa Joe, but you can't. You can't forget about the Samoan submission machine, who has proven more times than a lot of people would like to admit that he owns a lot of people. He's proven that he can own Brock Lesnar. He's proven that he owns Roman Reigns. He's proven that this guy can be a mercenary. You pay him, and he'll get the job done for you. You have Triple H behind Samoa Joe, and we know who brought Samoa Joe onto Monday Night Raw. It's Triple H. So now one has to wonder, how much of a factor can Samoa Joe actually be? And he will be a big factor because of the fact that Yanni, he is as good as he says he is. You can't deny that. So, only thing I can say with this match is point out the fact that on the SmackDown team, this team can work together all throughout. But when it comes to the Raw team, we have to understand that Braun Strowman is a wild card. Braun Strowman does what Braun Strowman wants to do. We have to understand that Finn and Joe cannot work together these days. Yes, there are former winners of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic down in NXT, but these guys have shown that they can function together, but they can't work together. If one provokes the other, something's going to go down. That's why I've put Samoa Joe... Well, I haven't put them as wild cards, but I can tell you that Finn and Joe, they're very combustible when you put them in the same environment. Samoa Joe is a wild card more than Finn Balor. I would feel that Finn is more of a team player than Joe, but Samoa Joe is not a team player. Samoa Joe is a player for Samoa Joe. That's it. But the other wild card that a lot of people might miss here is Triple H. Triple H came out and added himself to the team. Triple H, we know, they have priority for Monday Night Raw. But one has to question, why did Triple H just all of a sudden just add himself to their team? Why is the game there? Hence, I put Triple H as a wild card because I think that what's going to transpire in that match with Triple H involved is something that a lot of people will just open their eyes and be like, So you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that Joe, Strowman, and Triple H, they're wild cards when it comes to Team Raw because of the fact that it is exactly them, especially Triple H and especially Samoa Joe. Triple H has a vested interest in this match for a reason, and I think we should be wary of that. SmackDown Live, however, stands more chance of working together than Monday Night Raw. So last but not least, when it comes to the Survivor Series card, and this is the second last point right here on the live stream for the main card, episode 24, it's all about Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. Now, money match, no doubt. Two former IWGP Heavyweight Champions. You cannot write the script to this in the sense that you cannot miss this match because of the fact that it is Styles and Lesnar. Now, Brock has been dominant throughout the whole year. But Brock has been just getting through victories. He hasn't been his normal dominant self. He's been just getting through, just scraping through victories. Styles has proven that he is among the best, if not the best, of this entire generation. Brock is here, size-wise. Styles is here. But Styles has said repeatedly that it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but it's about the size of the fight in the dog. It's not about size, it's about how bad you want it. There's a reason why Styles is the WWE champion. So we have to take that into consideration, but at the same time, it's Brock Lesnar. I can't sell this match better than Paul Heyman has already sold it. I can't sell this match better than Daniel Bryan sold it on Wednesday morning. But I can say this. AJ Styles can beat Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar has shown anyone and everyone. But AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar have never been in the same ring at the same time. This can very well be the main event. And it is the main event. And if it is the main event, you will definitely probably see something big happening in that match. I don't know what it might be. So AJ and Brock will put on a show and a half. And if AJ, and this is highly likely that he will be taken to Suplex City. All right. So now that's the Survivor Series card in total. 8 matches thus far. And I'll just run over it once more. On the kickoff show, we're going to be having Enzo Amore versus Kalisto for the Cruiserweight Championship. Then we're going to have the Raw versus SmackDown traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series match for the women. Then we're going to be having the Raw 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series match for the men. Then we have Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Usos. We have The Miz versus Baron Corbin. We have Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte Flair. We have The Shield versus The New Day. And then we have Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. But, now that's the card. My last point for today as we end off the show. You have to ask yourself the question, and it is an important question. And I'm asking this question because the fact that not a lot of people seem to wanting to ask it because they seem to not care. And I don't know why people don't care about this, because you should care. And the reason why I'm saying you should care, because this is a huge event. Who is going to be missing out on this event? Now, before I run through who's missing out, so I'm going to check if there are any comments here on Twitter. Is there anything here? Doesn't look like there's anything on Twitter. No. Is there anything on Facebook? Just want to check on Facebook as well. Nope, nothing on Facebook. Okay. And there's nothing here on YouTube either. Okay. Wow, I'm just going through everything right now. Okay. So for Monday Night Raw, the people who are going to be missing out: Apollo Crews misses out. Bray Wyatt misses out. Elias misses out. Heath Slater misses out. Jason Jordan misses out. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, they miss out. And Titus O'Neil misses out. Now, of course, this is not the entire rest of the roster, but I think these people miss out the most because of the fact that they don't have anything that they can do during the pay-per-view. Now, and the reason why I put them there is that if they miss out, they can be affected negatively, because you don't see them on the TV. And the people who stand to miss out the most is Bray Wyatt, number one. Bray was in a program with Finn Balor, which was going to culminate in a match between Sister Abigail and the Demon, but then it didn't happen because of obvious reasons, which was the sickness. But now Bray is back. But then now Bray has got no one to work at Survivor Series. He's got nothing happening at Survivor Series. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are also two people who miss out because of the fact that they've got nothing to do at Survivor Series. Now, this is a great tag team who've proven time and time again that they can hang with anybody, but unfortunately they miss out. And I think if they had been at Survivor Series, they would have been a huge factor for Monday Night Raw. I'm just putting that out there, that they're missing out. But strangely enough, SmackDown actually has a larger list of people who miss out as opposed to Monday Night Raw. Aiden English and Rusev, they miss out. They've been building momentum, but they miss out. Chad Gable misses out. Shelton Benjamin misses out. Dolph Ziggler misses out. Tyler Breeze also misses out. Fandango also misses out. And then if you don't have the Fashion Police, it's like Fashion Files, we're not going to be able to see it at Survivor Series, but we're not even going to be seeing Breezango at Survivor Series. And Kevin Owens misses out. Sami Zayn misses out. The Ascension, Connor and Victor, they miss out. Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder, they miss out. And the one person that I am not happy has missed out on all of this, which I have hoped was going to get a spot on the Survivor Series team until Cena got announced, is Ty Dillinger. The Perfect 10 misses out on a spot at Survivor Series, meaning he won't feature in the team. He won't feature in anything during Survivor Series. Ziggler, Tyler Breeze, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Ty Dillinger, they are the biggest ones in terms of missing out, I think. I think these are people who needed to be on the Survivor Series card because of the fact that these guys have had such great momentum in the past number of weeks that for them to miss out like this is just a travesty on its own. Now, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are probably going to be factors in the match itself. Zayn and Owens most likely will be a factor in the Survivor Series match. And I just found out that the entire time I wasn't recording this thing, so it looks like this episode will just be streamed and not posted. Rookie mistake. It's the first time, so Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, I think, will be factors, especially in the traditional 5-on-5 match with the men, because of the fact that they feel that they were wronged. They might cost SmackDown the match. I have not read. See, I've been avoiding these internet websites where you have predictions, potential spoilers, and rumors or whatever. I'm not going to be reading any of those things. I'm just going to be watching Survivor Series and just going to be seeing what transpires there. That's it. I'm not going to be looking at any spoilers. I'm looking at any potential debut or what. No, I'm not going to be looking at any of those things. I'm just going to be watching the match, and I'm just going to be observing what happens, and whatever happens going to happen. We are going to mark out if we mark out, and that's the best part about it. The best part about these events is actually marking out, and that's what we're going to be hoping is going to be happening. So, but I'm guessing that, say, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will be factors in the Survivor Series matches for the men, because obviously KO and Sami feel like they were wronged, especially when you have John Cena, who was just added onto the team. But we're only going to be seeing it at Survivor Series. Now, if I was one of the people working at the WWE, how would I rectify the situation of having these guys who are missing out? Have a battle royal. Have a battle royal to find out which brand is superior. Have it during the kickoff show, because, ladies and gentlemen, the kickoff show is 2 hours long, if I'm not mistaken. So, have a battle royal where you feature all these other superstars who've missed out and find out which is the most superior brand. To me, it would make sense. But obviously, I'm not Vince McMahon. I'm not Triple H. I'm not Mark Carrano. I'm not any of those other guys who make the matches or the bookers. I'm not the producers. I'm not Finley. I'm not Jamie Noble. I'm not Devon Dudley. But I would have a battle royal to feature all these guys as well, because to have them miss out is just, it's not cool, you know, because these are very, very talented individuals, and these are people that, these are superstars that people want to see. I want to see them. And I know there's other people who want to see them too. So why not have them featured in a battle royal during the kickoff show? If it's 2 hours long, why not? All right, so on that note, ladies and gentlemen, this is where the show is going to end. But I want to end it off on this note. If you're in South Africa, and if you're in the rest of Africa as well, Survivor Series will be playing live on SuperSport 4 from 2 a.m. This is according now to supersport.com. We know that programs have been starting at 3 a.m. lately because of the daylight savings in the United States. But Survivor Series will be playing live on SuperSport 4 from 2 a.m. And if you want to watch the kickoff show, if the kickoff show is 2 hours long and Survivor Series starts at 2 a.m., I'm assuming the kickoff show is going to start at midnight. Midnight, you're going to catch the kickoff show either on the WWE Network, you're going to catch it on the WWE account on YouTube. Yeah, those are the only platforms that I can... Oh, you're going to catch it on WWE.com. Those are the only 3 platforms that I know about where you can catch the kickoff show for Survivor Series. Now, you have to have, you know, your internet, and you have to have your YouTube, and you have to, you know, be subscribed to the WWE Network. For the rest of Africa, the Survivor Series event will be airing on SuperSport 8, same time. So we're all going to be watching at the same time, 2 a.m. on SuperSport 8 for the rest of Africa. So in South Africa, it's going to be on SuperSport 4, and the rest of Africa is going to be on SuperSport 8. Now, the premiere episode for Survivor Series, which means the... what is it called? The Survivor Series taping, if I may put it that way, is going to be airing on SuperSport at 7 p.m. on SuperSport 9 and SuperSport 11. For those people who did not wake up and watch it live at 2 a.m., you can catch it at 7 p.m. on SuperSport 9 and SuperSport 11. Same day, you're going to be catching all this on Monday, the 20th of November, which is this coming Monday. So 2 a.m. on Monday morning, you can join me and the rest of the marks who are going to be watching live on SuperSport 4 and on SuperSport 8 for the rest of Africa. I have to keep looking down here, of course, my notes. I don't have a teleprompter over here. So join the rest of us watching it live Monday morning, Survivor Series. And also, for the premiere episode, watch it at 7 p.m. on SuperSport 9 and on SuperSport 11. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the main card episode number 24. Had some difficulty with regards to streaming it live on YouTube. I honestly thought that all you had to do was just log into your account and then click on the link. No, not click on the link, and then click on a few buttons and then just say start streaming. I did not know that you had to download an encoder. I did not know that you had to do any of this stuff. So that's why there was that delay, and I only started at 4:37. And even after that, there was no sound, so I had to restart it again. So I do apologize for any inconvenience that I caused all of you guys, but to the ones who did watch, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for coming through to my YouTube channel and for actually tuning in to watch the main card. Make sure you tell your friends, make sure you tell all your other friends. Tell your family, tell anyone you know that you know is a wrestling fan to come subscribe to the channel right here. Seyda the Chosen King. This is the main card show. This is the home for all fans who are in Africa. This is the home for all wrestling fans in South Africa. We never had a proper home until now. We had ETV, and ETV treated us very, very well. Now we have SuperSport bringing us live broadcasts, and they treat us also very well. But with regards to interacting with each other, we never had a home. We never had a home. The most that we had, we interacted with each other on social media. We had interactions with each other on Twitter and Facebook. That's all we could do, even on Instagram. But now we have a home for everyone to come here. All of you can log in here and subscribe to the channel, because this is where it's at. This is Seyda the Chosen King. This is the channel where you subscribe. This is the channel that is the home for all wrestling fans in South Africa, for all wrestling fans in Zimbabwe, in the Congo, in Nigeria, in Botswana, in Namibia, for all wrestling fans all over Africa, this is your home. All other 50 sub-Saharan states and countries in Africa, this is your home. This is where you come for your main dose of wrestling interaction. Come right here to Seyda, the chosen king. I mean, I would shout, but I don't want to shout too loud, because I don't need to toot too loud. I just need to come invite you. Come through, and let's interact on a weekly, on a daily basis, right here on the main card show. I'm Seyda, the chosen king. And as always, it is a pleasure, it is an honor to have you guys interact with me. It's a pleasure, it's an honor to have you guys watch my shows. And I promise you, the Survivor Series. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon, actually. I'll see you very soon, because we don't just have Survivor Series happening this weekend. We also have NXT TakeOver War Games, for anyone who might not know. So I'm going to be seeing you very soon. Okay, I don't know how to... It seems very awkward. Usually people, like, when you finish shows, they just close out themselves, but I'm going to close this off. So thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you guys very soon. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more videos, for more episodes. On my side, thanks so much for tuning in. I highly, highly appreciate it. I'll just say one last thing. The WrestleMania dream seems very far away, but I can definitely tell you, you know, it's still alive inside my heart. It's still alive inside the heart of my friend Mozzie, and I can definitely tell you now that, hey, WrestleMania tickets go on sale tomorrow, actually. The pre-sale already started on WWE.com. But hey, man, maybe I'll have an episode where we talk about the WrestleMania dream in a bit more detail at a later stage. But even talking about it is very emotional, you know, because, you know, we wish you could just be part of that showcase of the Immortals, you know, and yeah, that's. Yeah, man, it's hectic. So the WrestleMania dream is alive, and you know, I pretty much pray for it every day, and I just dream about it every day. And I know that Mozzie does the same thing. So I'm hoping that if you guys want to pray for us, please do, to watch NXT TakeOver, to watch the Hall of Fame, to watch WrestleMania, to watch Raw after Mania, SmackDown after Mania is just a dream. So that's what we want to do. The price is like not even here. The price is somewhere. It's somewhere at a place where we can't even. I can't even find it. It's so high, you know. But you know, we're praying and we're just hoping and we're just dreaming about it. So hey, and I'm also looking for a wrestling school. I've been trying to look. So also do help me out with that if you can. I sent out a tweet and people retweeted it as much as they could, so I'm going to be sending out again. I'm looking for a wrestling school right here in SA. So if you know one, just hit me up on Twitter, hit me up over here on YouTube. If you have me on Facebook, hit me up on Facebook. Just let me know where I can actually sign up for wrestling school. But from my side, okay, now this is the last goodbye from myself. Seyda, the chosen king, thanks so much for tuning in. Checking for any other comments. No comments over here. No comments on Twitter. And no comments on Facebook. Okay, so we are good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you watch Survivor Series live on SuperSport 4 from 2 a.m. on Monday morning, Monday the 20th of November, of course. And make sure you catch the premiere episode on SuperSport 9 and 11 on Monday, same day at 7 p.m. For the rest of Africa, you can catch Survivor Series on SuperSport 8 also from 2 a.m. on Monday morning, the 20th of November. From my side, Seyda, the chosen king, it's been a pleasure. It's been a blast. I don't have a slogan, so I'll just do this. I'll see y'all next time.